Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. We had an absolute blast this weekend out in Glamis with Cletus and the boys, with Renner, with all those guys. You guys killed it on the views. Thank you guys so much for that. But before we start this next video, I want to give you guys a quick reminder that you can jump on over to theduneaddict.com. We've got all kinds of merch in stock just in time for the holidays. We've got new hats, shirts in all colors, air fresheners, stickers, hoodies, and we have the all-new Dunadic high-octane Glamis in a jar candles. If you guys are looking for the sound, the smell, the feel of Glamis, I've got the smell for you right here. This smells like all that high-octane horsepower out there in Glamis. So once again, guys, let's jump on to theduneaddict.com and let's get into it. All right, good morning, guys. We're back out here, and we're hanging out with Cletus and the boys all weekend, but we're at Glamis Fab, so I couldn't let a day go by without showing you guys some carnage. And this is... it's actually not that bad. It's a pretty good one. Somebody got a little excited last night and hammered down a little too hard and snapped the gas pedal in half. I've never seen that one before.
Bro, it's up. Your foot's guilty right
Your
there.
foot?
Right, that is a heavy foot.
Oh, that's what it was.
That's a 300-pounder.
Exceeded the limits of the gas pedal. He really put his foot through the floorboard, like literally.
There was no more pedal, but I tried real hard.
All right, guys, they're gonna get this thing fixed, and then, like I showed you earlier, we're gonna fix Razzle Dazzle, put some plugs in it, get back to the drags today, and redeem this thing. So, you guys stick around. We'll bring it all to you. It all jacked up. Got the coil packs out, and we're just waiting on Tom to bring us the spark plugs so we can get these things changed. There's a couple more things I want to check. We're gonna dump the fuel cell empty, check the fuel filter, make sure everything's good there. And I just came up with an idea. Instead of dealing with all of this, I mean, I know we're going to cut the back of this car off, but I think I'm just going to put 6 smart coils on this thing, mount them up here, and then run plug wires down into the holes. So it'll make it a lot easier to get this done. But anyways, we're waiting on Tom to get here with the plugs. Razzle Dazzle should be ready. All right, guys, unfortunately, Tom couldn't find the plugs for this thing. We took all 6 old ones out, wire wheeled them. So we're still over here at the shop. Joe is welding away on another truck. I'm going to jump in and show you guys that. Brandon's going to help me get the motor back together. We missed a ride with Cleet this morning, but that's all right. We'll catch up with him at the drags today. And Joe is welding a... He's doing... I don't know either. He's under there.
It's a Shibi.
Chevy?
It's a Shibi.
A Chevy?
It's a Shibi.
Yeah, hold the light again.
We're gonna spray with water. Make sure it runs.
So, all right, we got all the plugs back in. So Brandon and I are going to drop this motor back in. We're gonna make quick work of this thing, get it fired up, go give it a quick test run. I did change the filter. It was clean anyway, but we changed the whole housing and see how it goes. I did pull the fuel out of this thing and tested it, and it didn't even register. It was not that great. So I've got E90 in it right now, so we should be good to go. I took it for a little test drive and it broke up again. So I brought it back over here, pulled it apart, cleaned the injectors, even though they're brand new, the whole fuel system's new. We're gonna take it for another little test trip real quick. If that doesn't clear it up, more than likely it's the fuel pump. So we'll swap it out. We've got spares, so we're gonna give it a whirl. All right, guys, well, we're back from an epic weekend with Cletus and the boys back in Arizona. I brought Dave Unknown's car over to the spray wash, got it sprayed down. Unfortunately, we had an issue with the clutch, with the throwout bearing, and the slave cylinder, which is internal in this transmission. So we've got to pull the motor out to see what's going on with this. But like I said, I got it sprayed down. We're gonna head over to the big shop right now, get this thing all cleaned up, get the motor pulled out, and I've got a bunch of work to do over there. So you guys stick around. I'm gonna bring you along with me. Okay, so we're back over in the big shop today, and as you guys saw, I washed off Dave's car. We've got to get that motor pulled out of that car. We'll get to that a little bit later, but I am jumping on this car. This is our friend Tony. I know a lot of you guys said stop swinging the phone around so much, so trying to get my stabilization settings working right here, but this is a refab car, so there's a couple things that Joe added, and then it was a complete strip, tear down, repaint and powder coat. Wrinkle gold on the arms. Black on the chassis, black with a metallic flake on the dash. We built the dash for this. Switch Pros, Holly, Terminator, Holly screen, radio, GPS, all that stuff. and I am doing all the wiring right now. So I'm getting all the wire pulled through the frame, getting all the wire covering put on, getting all the heat shrink ends done. This will run down. This goes through the tube. I'll put a grommet in there, runs back out to the taillights that we put in the tubes. So when I wire a car, I like to start in the back, work my way forward, or start in the front, work my way back, depending on where the controller is at. So this Switch Pro's controller is actually back there. Let me walk around the other side of the car and show you guys. So in this case, I started pulling wire from the front to the back for these front two lights, and I think that's all we're doing up front, so those two rigids. So it runs through this tube from here all the way down inside the tube, and it drops out right here along with the rear tail light wires for this side. So I'm kind of working my way this way and then from front to back, and it's all going to meet right down here at the Switch Pros. So that's what I'm working on today, guys. Going to try to get this thing knocked out. He wants to take this car out for Veterans Weekend, which is in 2 weeks. So I should be able to get the wiring knocked out this week, work on it a little bit every day after work, and get this thing knocked out, get Mr. Tony Zarelli back in the dunes. Also, guys, don't forget to stick around. Coming up after this video, the next video you see is going to be Halloween weekend, day one at Glamis Fab. All the carnage that's normally on the channel starts Halloween weekend with Camp Razor. So you guys stick around for that. That'll be in the next video coming up. All right, well, as you guys just saw from that last little clip, I have the jumper ready and built that goes from the alternator to the starter to get our charge. That's gonna connect on the alternator, run along the side of the block, attach up to the starter there, and then we're gonna run another jumper from the starter down here to the main terminal, probably on the disconnect switch. That way when we kill it, it kills everything. So, yeah, guys, getting a lot of this wiring knocked out. I didn't see that they had added some rock lights up here. So they added one here and one down there. There's these rigid rock lights. So ran the wires on the outside of the chassis just because they're the rigid rock lights. I don't want to have to drill more holes in the frame just for some rock lights. So got those tie wrapped in. And then also he's got a side panel that covers this whole area here. So you won't see this at all. So got a lot of this wiring knocked out. I had to add a few things to the Holly harness. Actually just cover some stuff up. This is my inputs and outputs. And then this is my fuel pump stuff that comes from the Holly. But I needed all the inputs and outputs because this thing's got a fuel sender in it. So I'm going to tie into the digital screen that goes up front a fuel gauge. So we're working on Dave Unknown's car. This is the one that I had out this weekend with Cletus and the boys. Oh, there's Joe.
Hey, what the hell?
So,
did you show them that really nice car, the white one? Out there?
Yeah, they've seen it, but I'll go show them again. So I know I talked in the last video about how I wouldn't need a clutch stop if I drove this car.
I got a wooden spoon, girl. Who that? Who there?
And now you can see that, well, I probably shouldn't open my mouth because it pushed the O-ring out right here down the side, and I overextended the clutch. So my fault, but we're going to get it rebuilt and back together, and that's what I get for talking. So my fault, but nothing but pulling the motor out. And it's good. You know, it had one good, hard, break-in trip.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I already took them out.
Just making
Yep,
sure.
no.
So we're going to walk next door and see what's going on over here. Uh-oh. All these Campbell boys over here. I don't know what to do.
Oh, no.
So this is Dave's car. Had a little bit of a mishap, and they're going to... That's all right. So Dave's car had a little bit of a mishap, so they're having to cut the front end off here and the side a little bit, but We're going to get a little refab action. So anyways, guys, we're going to get this throwout bearing out. We're going to get it back over to Bill at Arizona Transaxle. He's going to show us how to do a little rebuild on this deal. Yeah, that O-ring is pushed way out back there. I got a little excited at the drags, but whatever. We got it out, and we're going to get it fixed. So all kinds of stuff going on over here at the shop. Got this car getting a new front end put on, 2-inch hollow spindle upgrade, all kinds of stuff going on here. I got Tony Zarelli's car, wiring on this car. I got a lot of it done yesterday, guys. And then next week, my car comes back in the shop. So somebody jumped in the comments and called me a wheelman or a keeper of whatever. But if you look at my old videos, you guys, I do have a big 5-seat car, 4-seat car. We tore it down. We're doing a complete refab. I'll show you guys my new rear arms inside in just a minute. We got all the clip tabs DA'd. I'm going to save all the stuff on my car for one video, start to finish. But I'll just give you guys a quick little update and show you the arms in the shop. So Brandon just got finished TIG welding my arms. Here they are. My brand new San Limo Monster arms. All TIGged up, ready for powder. We're going to use them to mock up into the car. And my car's going to be going back together very, very fast. Sequential transmission, new motor, 440 cubic inch LSX. Guys, well, that 91 definitely made a difference. 569 and 556 torque, big difference. So should make around 600 naturally aspirated. It made 560 on pump gas. We're gonna put it on E85 and turn it up some. Got that going on. My car will be ready this season. Wetto's car's coming in after my car. He's got a San Limo now. So.
A ton of fun. A ton of fun.
Heck yeah.
We're waiting on it.
We got this car finished up. Transmission rebuilt. Big blower motor back in. So he's ready for the season. This is a guy that owns Main Street RV out here in Arizona. Really nice. Slight radius to the roof. Right when radius roofs were getting popular is when this car was built. Totally different style shock mounts in the front. Joe switched to this back in the day and then got away from it and went to the style that is on my car. All kinds of stuff going on here. Just San Limo madness. And then we'll be heading out to Glamis for day one for Halloween weekend. So, and I want to show you guys Joe's Ripper. This will be out there for Halloween weekend and old school roundup. As you can see, it's a typical Volkswagen. Leaks a little oil. Joe just changed the valve covers to the bolt-on style. The other ones with the rod that snaps up, they tend to leak a bit. And then also, those rods seem to kind of fling off sometimes. And when they do, and you're in the dunes, you don't know. And some people keep driving and run the car out of oil. He's got that all fixed up. This little Ripper's ready to head out for old school roundup. I wanted to give you a quick update on Bobby Boucher car. I didn't film much of it. There was a lot going on, but we did get the throwout bearing fixed. Motor's back in today, and this thing will be ready to go again. We just need to add a clutch stop. And that was my fault. I opened my mouth and said, I don't need a clutch stop, and well, you saw what happened. And then we got the Interior brothers over here doing some interior. Look at these guys. Boys over here working
San Limo Sweatshop.
Yeah, San Limo Sweatshop, yeah. We're getting the interior panels done for Tony's car. Once these guys get this chaos out of the way, I can get back to wiring on this thing. It's just about finished, though. I don't have much left to do. So we're close. This car will be ready for Veterans Day. All right, guys, so that's going to wrap it up for this one. Thank you guys, as always, so much for watching. I appreciate every one of the new subscribers I've gotten. You guys killed it on the view count. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I can't thank you guys enough. And remember, the next video after this drop is going to be Glamis Fab Day 1 Camp Razor Carnage. So you guys make sure you stick around for that. We'll be in Glamis this weekend shooting all that carnage. But as always, we will see you guys at Glamis Fab.